All right, y'all got a very quick one for y'all tonight. Very quick one. All right. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, Mashiach, who some call Yahweh Shai, Yeshua, Yahushua, Yashayah. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. Again, this is I be getting frustrated because I've been saying this for so long, man. I've been saying this for so long, and people still want to try to use it and try to convince it. And I've been telling that Strong's is not your friend. You are under One West Israelism. The Strong's is not your friend. It's not. It's not going to allow you, especially when if you going to live and die by it, it's not going to allow you to try to manipulate the text and reconfigure the text and turn words into words you want, and then pick what definition you want to go with. It doesn't allow you to do that. It doesn't allow you to do that. Once you go into like those lexicons there, the driver bridge, the Thayers, and you look at where these verses are correlated at, and you don't get to pick. It has a list of different definitions, but it also, for the most part, shows you where those definitions actually go to. And it's a lot to even myself. I need to sit down and work more on just trying to understand the software, but I really don't, because I want the logos. I want to graduate to the logos and see what that's about. Especially with all of these books and stuff these folks be having, the sources that they can just pull up on the fly. I need that in my life. But anyway, just got to work with what we got at the moment. And this is pretty much the basis for Israel Bible Hub and Blue Letter Bible. But that Strong's is not your friend. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let this thing play, and then I'm gonna tell y'all how it used to be back in the day. So and when I say back in the day, man, I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago, man. That's not really long ago. Like this movement, if you saying that One West Israel came, it's still young. All right, still young. And evolving. It is evolving. I seen shouts out to Deacon. I seen Priest Hakam, man. I keep saying it, bro. I ain't gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get it out. Pause. But I seen him do a couple videos. Babylon's not in him, going back on the Babylon. It's not really in America. Not the Babylon, but the Lake of Fire. And then he made somewhat released. What was that video? I forget the other video. But it was kind of like a clickbaitish, like he kind of coming away from it, but he didn't. But it's probably his last couple videos. And he has been on a mission to, try to give correction. Everybody thinks that's hatred. When he says, hey man, I got over 50 verses that we be using that's in our precept package that's wrong. And people think that's hate. Oh man, you just hating, man. You're trying to save the white man. Like, come on, man. Y'all gonna deal with the information or not? You gonna deal with it or not? And he's fighting it. He's fighting it. He's fighting what he sees. So all praises. Everything ain't gonna just roll out. You just ain't gonna flip the coin over and you just something totally. It's a process. And it was a process for me. And then it just, the more I was digging, the more it's just like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Anyway, let me let this thing play.
Right? These things, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. Let's bring it up.
And sorry, I got to give y'all a little context. A little context here is that this is on Sinetta's platform. That Pastor Bennett up there, he's a problem. And I'm gonna tell y'all this too. A lot of my brothers affiliated with Pastor Dow. I know we got a lot of subscribers from the Pastor Dow series that we was doing. But Pastor Bennett was supposed to debate Pastor Dow, and Pastor Dow backed out. And that's where I first seen the whole Robert Stair connection and the whole videos being put out here, these testimonial videos. Pastor Dow ruined my life. He's the first one that pointed out that strategic control of the algorithm. Even my brother, well, yeah, I don't know the brother, but he's, he in the walk. He's my brother. But what's the brother name? Yeshua, following Yeshua. He even did one of them videos, and I was wondering, like, why are they doing this? But yeah, it's so that when Pastor Bennett does his video, nobody will see it because everything, the algorithm's gonna be flooded with Pastor Dow ruined my life videos, which are really just clickbait. Really, it's gonna tell you how great Pastor Dow really is. But some of those same tactics are still being implemented today. But yeah, Pastor Dow's Pastor Bennett is very seasoned. He did a debate with Captain Tazariak. I haven't really watched it. It was on a Gentiles, Salvation for Gentiles. And this brother is coming on to come behind Captain Tazariak to say, well, Pastor Bennett had this wrong and this wrong. And now he's trying to prove a point with the Hellen Greeks and Hellenists. Hellenists, Greeks, and Hellenists. He's trying to, who were they in the New Testament? That's like he done develop a slideshow. He didn't even have the debate.
I hope it comes up. Oh, okay, here it is. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
It should be changing now.
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Is it on the blue letter?
Yes, it is.
It's on. Okay. All right. So this is the word Helen, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's listen to it.
Right. We know the word.
Strong's G's.
Hey, let me teach this.
Go ahead, Yarah.
All right. So we know what this is. Now let's look at what this is talking about, right? Because you have to make the distinction, right? So it says Greek, right?
Yes.
Gentile, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now let's look at the outline for biblical usage. It says a Greek, either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland or of the Greek islands or colonies. In a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews that made the language customs, not Jews that made the language customs and learning of the Greeks their own. Right?
Yeah, not Jews.
You died on your own sauce.
I'm not done. Let me finish.
All right, you got stabbed on your own
Sonetta. Don't
Hey.
get so excited. Let me finish.
Now, how can Sonetta see that and y'all can't see that? You see what it's saying? That's what I'm telling you. Like, it's not your friend now. It's not your friend. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me pull it back a little bit. Let him hear himself again. And you know what? Instead of him just saying, you know what, let me go to the next one, he tried to correct it. He tried to fix it.
Wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews that made the language customs, not Jews that made the language customs and learning of the Greeks their own. Right?
Yeah, not Jews.
You died on your own sauce.
I'm not done. Let me finish.
All right, you got stabbed on your own
Sonetta. Don't
Yeah.
get so excited. Let me finish.
Yeah, brother.
It says, not Jews that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own, right? The primary reference is to a difference of religion and worship. So when y'all talking about Greeks, y'all think it's dealing with those people.
Yeah, right. That scripture doesn't prove the point. What are you talking about?
Bro, you got to be quiet for a second, bro.
It's just cognitive dissonance at that point. You just can't accept what you just read. And what you just read was anytime that book say Greek, it ain't no Jew. That's what you read. You read when you see Greek, it's not a Jew. A lot of y'all can't even accept Timothy being a Greek and his father being a Greek. No, they don't really mean that. His mama was a Jewish, his father was a Greek. Y'all say that's y'all translating that to his mama was a Jew, his daddy was a Jew. And it's literally saying Greek. Y'all don't like, you don't see what you doing? You can't see what you doing? And you willing to do, and then looking at, examine yourself, like you willing to do that for what? And that's why I'm saying that a lot of us are worshiping identity. A lot of us are idolizing. A lot of us are in idolatry over our nationality. We putting that over the word of God, where we're willing to twist the scriptures. We'll make this thing say anything, as long as it say we're Israelites.
So when y'all talking about Greeks, y'all think it's dealing with those people.
Yeah, right. That scripture doesn't prove the point.
Bro,
what are you
listen
talking
to what
about?
I'm saying, bro? You gotta be quiet for a second, bro. You wrong on the scripture, Sonetta. Just what that is. It says in it. So let's,
and then you're gonna tell
us
Sonetta he wrong, right? Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all can go over to Sonetta's channel. Like I say, that's where a lot of this stuff spurred up, and it grew out of that channel. You know, especially Israelism. It grew heavily off of this channel. You want to debate some of the big wigs within the communities. This is where they're going to debate at. This is the largest platform. It's the house of consciousness. You want to debate an Egyptologist, you want to debate somebody that's dealing with the 5%er or what they call them folks, man, Moors, those dealing with the circle, what is it, circle 7 Quran, 7-star Quran, those under Noble Drew Ali, they Moors, but you want to battle them. You want to go against Christian pastors, Israelite leaders. You know, Sonetta has all of that, man. Even going back to the you know, that the conscious community. I want to say he coined that phrase actually, but I'm not sure. But I know that's where I first heard about a conscious community. Anyway, pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. Shalom.